At james.crid.land, I'm James Cridland, the radio futurologist. This week, boring standards. But they're there for a reason. If you tune into many FM radio stations with RDS signals in France or Italy or the US, you'll notice that some stations try putting some now playing information on that 8-character radio station name. So if you watch it, it'll slowly scroll through a song name or worse, some advertising. And due to the way that RDS works, it'll scroll once every 2 seconds and it'll scroll very slowly and it'll probably miss half of the words out. And worse, if you try saving a preset on your car radio, quite often it'll store the name currently being transmitted. So there are vast amounts of cars on the road who think that they're listening to Pizza or the truncated Led Zeppelin song RWAY to HE. Now, this doesn't sound as if it's a great user experience because guess what? It's not. The broadcast regulator in some countries bans this. The UK is one of them. Hooray! But more to the point, it's explicitly not allowed under the RDS specification. And DAB doesn't fix this either. In Denmark, if you turn on your DAB radio and you try tuning around, you'll notice something very odd happening. Bauer, bless them, have named all of their radio stations starting with an underscore. So underscore Radio Soft or underscore My Rock or underscore Radio 100. They're all together at the bottom of the list below every other radio station. The thought, presumably, is to keep Bauer stations together. But the reality is that listeners A, don't care, and B, will only see My Rock appear below their competitor Rock Kanalen, and this means that the decision breaks everybody's ability to tune in by alphabetical order, making digital radio much more confusing for everybody. Where would we be if everybody did this? And DAB Plus in Australia is similarly broken. If you travel to Brisbane, firstly, pop in for a cup of coffee while you're here, and secondly, you'll notice one station on DAB called 1116 4BC, and another radio station on DAB called 4BC 1116 News Talk. Both of these radio stations are identical, but the owner of this station appears to be spamming every DAB radio set by getting 2 listings for the same audio. And once more, the DAB specification allows this, but again, not very good behaviour. And if everybody put 2 different names for the same station on the multiplex, well, where would we be then? So I know it's really dull, but just occasionally it's worthwhile reminding ourselves that standards and etiquette are there for a reason. Will what you're doing delight your audience? If not, and you're just wanting to irritate the audience, or perhaps you're in the wrong industry. You can get my weekly newsletter at james.crid.land and daily podcast news at podnews.net. And until next time, keep listening.